Hi, it is the Human Operating System time. So this channel is for educations and technology only. And today I like to share with you the truth of the proper parallel stance of Wing Chun, or the E.G. Kamehameha of Wing Chun. Yes, there's a truth. There's a proper way of doing it. And hope that after you watch this video here on, you do this. If you want to practice what is the proper way of practicing the parallel stance of Wing Chun or the E.G. Kamehameha Wing Chun. Now, the reason I chose now to share this with you is because in the past few days in this Christmas vacations, when all of us are happy and talk and so forth, I received many videos from our Wing Chun friends in Asia complaining about the new Wing Chun movie, which is actually, it is not good for Wing Chun and not good for traditional Chinese martial arts. Well, you can see all those different videos in YouTube where people from China, from Hong Kong, critics this movie, that this is not a movie that support or affirm Wing Chun. Instead, it is putting down traditional Chinese martial art and Wing Chun. So today, I'd like to share this with you. Here on, for whatever in the past hundreds of years where it never been settled, we need to settle. 2020 is coming. We cannot afford to keep messing around things. Because what good is it that we have all our brothers and sisters screwed? Wing Chun is not a movie, okay? So today I'd like to share with you this. Now, the first thing is, somebody might think, well, Henry, are you crazy? You talk about truth. Isn't this just your opinion? Usually people tell me those kind of stuff. Your point of view, your opinion. Well, no, I say it again, it is the truth. There's a proper way to do it. Why? Because Wing Chun, Siu Lin Tao, the E.G. Kamehameha is a technology, is a well-designed technology. Unless one don't know about it is a technology and do not know about the traditional Chinese martial art culture, then one get into those opinion interpretations. As in the last video, I said that I advise all of us who study the ancient Chinese arts or technology that the water is deep. You need to go down there, not just go Google or translate something and become some kinds of expert. So there is a truth, there's a proper way, because it's designed that way. It's just like this this sport watch. It is designed in a certain way and be used in a certain way. Okay? Now, same with all culture. The Chinese culture in the past 200 years or so have a problem. It is a problem. The problem is, for the past 200 years or so, or after 150 years, after 60 years or so, the Chinese is getting into this, they focus on terminology, terms, title, and not that much into verifications, scientific verifications. Like today, you say, well, I study Zen Buddhism. In the past, you study Zen, you practice Zen, you need to get verified by your teacher. So it is a scientific verification. It's not just like, my teacher is the patriarch of Zen, and that's it. And this is teaching by my teacher, which is the patriarch of Zen. That's it. No, it is not that way. Okay? So let's not get into those problematic way of the bad habit for past 100, 150, 200 years or so. When the Qing dynasty going down, everybody is just simply doing all kinds of wild things. Okay? Now, the first thing in Yi Ji Kam Yong Ma, or the parallel stance in the Siu Lin Tao, or the Wing Chun, Kam Yong, Yi Ji Kam Yong Ma, the letter 2 clamping yang stance. Notice, it never is clamping goat. It never is. It is clamping the yang side of the body. The yang side is this side of the body if you check the meridians of the Chinese medicine. Okay? So the name, the proper name is parallel clamping the yang side stance. Stop those clamping goat, those kind of stuff. Okay? Again, that's because people don't verify what it is. Oh, this Sifu said this, this grandmaster said this. And then it screw everybody up for past 150 years or so. After the Red Book uprising failed and it get into the mess. Okay? Yi Ji Kam Yong Ma is very critical. If you do it properly, you will sink your breathing right down, right away downward. If you do improperly, one can guess continue for the entire life and get nowhere, and in fact it is damaging. Look at the old timer, how many of them have a knee problem? Look at the old timer, how many of them cannot breathe down to the low abs? So in today's world, you can see all this type of Yi Ji Kam Yong Ma, which is problematic. The first type is you put your knee this close together. Some even do this. Put a hand there, you want to clamp this. Right? And then you want a triangle shape. And then you want to tuck your butt. Lifting your spine, lifting your anus. Okay? Now, somebody say, well, you know, I want to make it bigger, but still a triangle shape, and then you just tuck your butt, and then you lifting your anus, straighten your spine. Or somebody say, well, no, Yi Ji Kam Yong Ma is the bigger stance. Well, all of this is not Yi Ji Kam Yong Ma. It is not. So you say, well, Hendrik, how is it? What happened? What happened? Is it true that it is clamping yang? Guess what? All the problem of today's Yi Ji Kam Yong Ma is clamping inward. Be it in the triangle clamping inward, using a can to practice to clamping inward, all sorts of different stuff to clamping inward. That is wrong. Yes, wrong. Don't do it. So what is the proper way of doing it? The proper way of doing it is like you have this basketball. You stand in this stance, parallel shoulder stance. You put this ball on between your knee. Okay? Between your knee. This thing is going to push outward, right? Push outward. While it's pushing outward, your knee here is actually very lightly hold on it. Very lightly hold on it. That is the proper Yi Kamyong. Okay? You just hold on this thing. Anybody can try. Just get a basketball. Don't stand like that. Okay? Equal shoulder stand, you put this in. And then when you feel this, you just slightly hold on it. That's what it is. It is never clamping inward. It is never clamping this stuff. It is never try to make a triangle shape this way. Okay? Now, so, what happened? Because that is a human body mechanics there. If we don't do it properly, we cannot breathe. Okay? Because the body mechanics is wrong. If you do this clamping, or you do this clamping, or you do this clamping, what happens is that when you go clamp this in, your knee will take the force. Okay? So you will feel like you are dropping downward, sinking downward. Many people will think, oh, is this good? This is called rooting. No, this is wrong. When you do that, your knee going down, your body going down, okay? Knee is taking that force, it's going to damage knee in the long term. Your body sinking like that. And then, when you tuck in your tailbone, or lifting your anus, or lifting your spine, guess what? This knee is pulling downward, your body is pulling outward. You tear your body apart, and when that happens, you cannot breathe. You feel here right away really suffocate or tense. Okay? Now, if it is this, instead of clamping inward down, you clamping outward, or you hold it when this going outward, this knee is like lifted. And when you sit down your hip, this is lifted, the upper body is sit down on top of the stance. Right away, you can relax your body and your breathing go down to the low abs. When you do that, you're no longer using your knee, but you're using the back muscle of your knee, or this side of your knee. That is Kamyong, clamping the yang side. Okay? So, when you do that, this yang side channel is open up and flow from head down to the feet. The yin channel is flow from bottom up to your chest. That's how the chi flow. Okay? You do this, or you do this, you're clamping the yin here, you're damaging this thing, and you cause your body to be tearing apart. It is all human biomechanics. Okay? So the proper way is outward clamping, not inward clamping, or outward holding. Okay? And if you do this, automatically Okay, remember, not squeeze in. You just hold it. You let the ball push you out. You hold it a little bit. Your weight is, your body weight, distribute on the yang side of your leg. Okay, that's why it's called tamyong, clamping the yang side. If you do this knee, take it, your weight is in the yin side, which is jamming the yin meridians to travel outward, or disrupting or blocking the qi of the yin meridians to travel outward. And you cannot breathe because you're tearing your body apart. Okay, try it. As simple as that. You cannot relax if you do that. If you do this, right away you feel that this is like a ball here. You breathe so easily. Every breath is going downward. You can stand there 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And your body at first will be slightly swaying, and the longer you practice, the swaying becomes smaller. But the diaphragm and everything is moving. So, this is the truth. This is based on mechanics. We need to fix this, okay? We need to fix this. There's no point to making those nonsense movies while you have how many people in this world practice Wing Chun Siu Lin Tao? 4 million? And then with the people who see the movie, get hyped and want to study Wing Chun, how many million more? But if this very basic is not settled, what Kung Fu do you have? But if you settle with this, what is that? That is Zhan Zhuang. You look at those guys in the 1930s who is good at Zhan Zhuang, the real grandmaster of the so-called internal art. You look at them, didn't it do it this way? The difference is today I show you in details how to handle that. Okay? And sure, because we want to change this habit and the muscle of the yang side, it is not well trained. You need time to train it. That's why in the Wing Chun Matrix books, I'm using the stick, the walking stick, to help one to get into the state which I call the 2C state. Slowly, you develop the way how to handle the muscle and the joints properly. For 2 weeks later, it is a heaven and earth different. It's in the Wing Chun Matrix books. It's the 2C state. So, without this development of the breathing, one can't even breathe. How can one have strength? How can one move if one keeping clamping that way? The ancestors doesn't say that. Okay? This is very basic. So the entire body, you don't even use force. Those who know how to do Zhan Zhuang in the northern, in the southern we call it Zhan Ma, in the northern it's called Zhan Zhuang, it's doing this way too. Disregard of it is northern Chinese martial art or southern Chinese martial art. This is human body. It is just like the sixth patriarch of the Zen, Hui Ming, saying that does Buddha have northern or southern? Human is human. Okay? So, what I share with you, go try it. It's your body. Let your body tell you, is that true or not? So this is to share with you. It's 2020. If we don't fix it, when are we going to fix it? It is not up to anybody's interpretations or opinion, because it is this body we are handling. It is the design of Wing Chun, of the past ancestor we are talking about. It is not up for everybody's creativity. Look in the past few decades, when people start to do Tai Chi or whatever internal Wing Chun, have they solved this problem? They never solved this problem. That's why it's a mess. You get those internal mess, you get this movie mess. Who lose? All of us Wing Chuners lose. A good thing there, we mess it up because of this simple stuff is not solved. So this is to share with you today. Try it and see, is that true? Let the knee get pushed outward by this basketball, and then you hold it slightly and see, is that true that your knee, instead of pushing down, actually is lifting up. And then when you sit down a little bit, see, is that true that you breathe so smoothly to your belly. And then you feel that your yang side and the yin side is loosened up. You practically can sleep there. Instead of all those suffocate and tense and so forth, and try to lift anus, try to do all kinds of stuff. So this is to share with you today.